Joining us now, European Union Chief Diplomat and former Prime Minister of Estonia, Kaja Kallas. Really good to have you. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for braving New York City traffic. It can be hairy this time of day. First, your reaction to what Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced today.
I think it's positive. I was in contact with the Ukrainians as well, and they said it was very constructive meeting, very good discussions, and also the messages that come out are very good. And like the Secretary of State Rubio said, the ball is now in Russia's court.
What about security guarantees? It doesn't appear that there are any in this deal.
Well, right now is the question of ceasefire, whether, there is any kind of ceasefire that holds and that is a show of goodwill that the parties are willing to make steps in that direction. I think, it's the first step.
Do you expect goodwill from Russia?
I don't, but they are trying to play this game, showing that it's not them. But I think, this is really important to put the pressure on them because they can stop this war anytime. And I agree with, President Trump, who says that, the killing must stop, but the killing can't stop if the Russians just stop.
What are the conversations within the EU like regarding our sudden and very swift change in posture toward both Ukraine and the European Union and NATO?
Well, we definitely need to adapt to the new situation. We have been long-standing allies and friends with the United States, and of course we are in constant contact and trying to understand what is really going on and where this is all going. I think the messages that we get from Saudi Arabia today are actually very good ones. Also, the messages that the military aid and also the intelligence sharing is again, provided by Americans.
Can the EU, can NATO do this alone without the support of the United States?
Well, of course, we need to be in this together, and not only with the United States and European Union, but all the partners around the world who share the same principles. I was just in United Nations Security Council talking about the UN Charter that really sets out the principles. And why is it in place is that, countries wouldn't attack another country. And that's why it is important that all these countries around the world who respect those principles stick together and say it's not okay.
But you said in that speech that it's getting violated left and right, that aggression appears to be winning, that the people who signed on to this charter aren't abiding by this charter.
Yes, and that is a big problem. The international law is really under heavy fire. And the question for us is what we do about this. Are we, developing the international law further? And I think, there are several elements that are needed. For example, accountability. What happens if you really do breach the UN Charter? Has to be more automatic.
So what can you do? Because right now it seems that the UN Charter doesn't have any teeth to it.
It definitely needs more teeth in terms of reaction and accountability. But what can we do is to really stick together with those countries who still value those principles in the UN Charter and do the things that we can do. Put the pressure on those who violate the treaty by, sanctions, by political pressure, by economical pressure, the tools that we have in our hands.
The UK has said it would be willing to add peacekeeping troops to Ukraine. Anybody else within the EU willing to do that as well?
Well, first, there has to be peace so that there can also be peacekeeping. And the discussions are ongoing by different countries who have provided security guarantees. What do these security guarantees really mean in practice?
But if you do put peacekeeping troops into Ukraine and you are a NATO member and Russia decides to be aggressive, that could start World War III. That's scary.
No. Again, Article 5 in NATO is not automatic. It's only when a country calls that Article 5 is used. For example, the only time that it has been used is when the United States was saying that, the 9/11 attacks were attacks against you and also called the others to come and help, which we did at that time. So it's not automatic. And of course, there are, countries already present in Ukraine. It doesn't mean that, if they get killed in the action, that it would be automatically Article 5.
One last question. I have no time, but are you optimistic about the future?
I think today we heard some optimistic developments, and we really hope, like Secretary of State said, that the ball is in Russia's court and Russia stops the bombing.
You started there with a pretty long pregnant pause, as we call it here in the States. European Union chief diplomat and former Prime Minister of Estonia, Kaja Kallas. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.